What's up, YouTube? A-Dog here with a little bit of something for you guys. Um, a deck profile. The new list is about to hit in a couple of days. Konami's going to do some re-ruling on the priority. That's speculation. I haven't read anything on it. I've been busy all weekend. Had locals Friday, regionals Saturday, locals Sunday. If you've watched any of the other videos I posted up today, had a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on. Um, I did four. I scrubbed out with 4-4 and 8 round regionals in Swiss. Got 70th with Glads. I kind of just didn't expect some of the stuff I saw there, and a lot of stuff I just was just outclassed. Um, got to see Billy Break playing with windups. It was really fun. Hopefully I can see him and do a deck profile with him later on next month. Um, and I still have the sport contest going on. I got to upload that video pretty soon. But here we go. This is the famous Gallus OTK, the search deck, the revamped Vayu Turbo, whatever you want to call it. This is my build on it. And here we go. We go 3 Magical Merchants. Magical Merchants, if y'all guys are unfamiliar with it, you pretty much, it's a, normal basic card. It's a flip effect monster. When it gets flipped, you pick up cards from your top of your deck until you get a spell card, and you add it to your hand. So Thunder King, and Thunder King is not your best friend. Always make sure that you avoid a Thunder King when you set this card. And Banisher, any type of macro type esque OTK type builds really hurt this deck, so be careful with it. And you pretty much just add a card to your hand. That kind of sets you up for the Dark Creator play. This is kind of an older card too. When there's 5 or 4, when there's 5 dark monsters in your graveyard, it doesn't have to be different named monsters. You can special summon from your hand. And once per turn, you can remove a dark monster in your graveyard to special summon a dark monster from your graveyard. When you special summon this card, it's kind of just like dropping a Cyber Dragon. It's a condition. You have to have 5 dark monsters. You can't chain to something and bring them out. He can only be brought out with as long as you have the 5 monsters, but you have to control no monsters on the field to bring the Dark Creator back. And it just sets up the it's a graveyard control stuff. So you pretty much just bring back anything that's in your graveyard. Another neat thing is the reason I can rebuild this deck is the format changed and oppression is no longer a threat. And I get to play with these guys. The last build that I showed y'all, Gallus wasn't legal, but thanks to Legendary Collection 2, Gallus will be legal and Gallus will be able to be played. And pretty much this card is, when he's in your hand, you reveal it. When you reveal it to activate the effect, the top card of your deck gets milled. If it's a monster, they take 200 times the level of each monster. So pretty much some Dark Strike Fighter ability. And then it gets special summoned. It's always good for going into a free synchro play. It's a 3-star, so if I have a couple of them, I can exceed into a Leviar of sorts, or possibly synchro exceed into a Leviar, possibly do something like that. But it's usually tribute fodder or synchro bait. Also, with his effect, the condition for it is you have to pay for cost, and you take the burn damage no matter what. If there's a banisher on the field or any type of macro or defissure, the effect still works. He still gets to be special summoned. The card's removed, and if it's a monster, they still take the burn damage. It gets around the macro or the banisher play. and somebody called me at regionals, and when I found out I couldn't use this card, but now that Legendary Collection's coming out, I'm not too sure if he's still even legal yet, even though I have English one in my possession. So I don't see why Europe gets to play with it and then I can't play with it. Because if I wanted to play with this deck at Worlds, I wouldn't be able to play with it just because everybody else gets to have it. Japan gets to have it. Australia gets to have it, and it's in the TCG, it's in the OCG and the TCG, but America doesn't have it. So since it's not mass produced in America, the game was never released in America. I'm not allowed to play with it in America. But that, and I think that's really bullshit. But that's just me. But yeah, another ruling is if you activate the effect from your hand, and they can warn in it, but the part that they're doing is the reveal part. Um, the part where they still have to take everything. Actually, I reveal it to activate the effect from hand. So the way it does it is, um, they take the damage and then the monster gets special summoned from the hand. They have to, as soon as it hits after the effect resolves and it gets special summoned, that's when you can warning or judgment or Black Hornet or something. So if you take 16, or if you take like 14 or 16 from a bigger dark monster, or say a Dark Creator gets milled and that's 16, and you drop this, they're gonna pay 200 to get rid of this little pesky card. Pay 2,000 to get rid of their pesky card. So always a good combo with this deck. Um, and the reason the merchants are in there is because you mill out your Vayus. Just like in Vayu Turbo, you need them in the graveyard. So 3 Vayus, 3 Sirokkos, you also need to get rid of them. And they're always good beatdown cards. So you also run 3 Raikos. If you've played this game before, you obviously know that Raikou is always a good card, especially with milling in Lightsworn and in this deck. So always good to have a Raikou. Not always good to open up into it. I run 3 Effect Failures. I don't have the third one yet. It still hasn't came in. But you run 3 Effect Failures because it's your defense. I mean, you're running all monsters and stuff. So as soon as you get the Effect Failure, when they try to go into Xian or something with not technically a priority effect now anymore, just with an ignition effect, as far as monarchs or somebody brings out something. I guess nothing really matters anymore, but maybe the Black Rose. If somebody synchros into something, I mean, I don't have anything to stop anything that comes out, so usually the Effect Failures do take care of everything. It stops a lot of the chaos plays or whatever. It's still 2 Witch of the Black Rose. Just like the Dark Creator, I have to control no cards, and in this deck with no backfield, it's not a problem. So I normal summon the card. I draw the top card of the deck. I actually draw the top card of my deck. I don't add it to my hand. I draw the top card of my deck and reveal it to my opponent. If it's a monster, it comes to my hand. If it's a spell card, the spell card goes to the graveyard and this card's destroyed. I only run 4 spells in a 42 card deck. So the actual percentage of that is, I think, less than 5. So, but in that 5%, it hits you, especially in big chances. So, 2 of these, it's a 400 spell, it's a 1700 spellcaster tuner, 4-star. So that's really cool. So I can exceed, or it's a 4-star tuner, which are a couple of them in Yugi right now. So, 2 Greffers. We all know what Greffer does. So I can get rid of the. I'm always pitching, so I can pitch the Vayu to go into Sirocco. It's still 1700. It's a good beater. And then with the new list, Necro being at 2, it's always pitch fodder for the Greffer itself. So double Necro is always good. Actually, grab that. Double Cyber, just because it's a light monster, it's a machine, and then you can just beat down and control into anything. Make them burn a Bottomless, make them burn a Warning. So people are not going to want to set a lot of warnings. This deck's a lot of special summons, so people are not going to want to go and set their warning. If they do, they're going to burn 2,000, and I'm possibly going to have another answer other than the Cyber Dragon in there. Then I'm running two Kaises in this build just because Kais is really deadly. I mean, we all know how bad Kais is, especially right now. GKs with all the darks, and the Kaises get you out of those plays. But Effect Veiler is pretty much in every deck right now. So, Kais is really not anything. Three Effect Veilers in every deck. Don't be afraid to if you see it at 2 in 6 months. That's just my opinion. One Gale. There are 6 Blackwings in there. I run 1 Armor Master and 2 Armed Wings, so it's always a free special summon if I have one. It's, I think, still to this day, it's still the best tuner in the game right now. I don't care what anybody says about Bulb and Spore; those are conditional. You can't kill a Stardust with a Bulb. You can't kill Stardust with a Spore. You need help, and this guy would just come out and swing over on something. So this is still a little beater. He's a little fucker. I had somebody try to do it to me the other day. 1 Gores, Dark 7-star, 2700 beater. Gores is a beast. I'm gonna try this out. 1 Weisel just because he's a dark. He's a 2500. He negates spells once per turn. But if I run into a Mirror Force, if somebody dark holes Torrentials, I can just drop him. He's a 2500 beater. He takes synchros, and I can swing on him. And if they have spell cards, I can negate. So he's he's a mini Sheehan, I guess, but he's his own monster. And he's a dark, which is always good. If I run him in the deck, I can always remove him for Dark Creator, or he's an extra dark in the grave. So I'm gonna try him out and see if he works. 1 Plague, because Plague's always, it's a 2-star tuner. He's a good tuner, and I can revive him with the Dark Creator. It's always good. In the last build I had, I did have 3 Kaises. Back then I probably should have ran a Jinzo, but this format I am going to run Jinzo. Everybody's going to be real trap heavy, real scared for the heavy storm play, but Jinzo's going to be in here. In the playtesting I've been doing on Dueling Network, with this version before the ban list hit, this Jinzo has won me a bunch of games. People have to have burned books on him, and people have just been warning him, and you bring him right back. If he's already in the graveyard, I can just reborn him and bring him right back. So Jinzo is still a good card, and you will see that it works. 1 Dark Arm, because it might seem like there's a lot of darks in the graveyard, but I mean, I had 11 darks in my graveyard earlier on Dueling Network and brought out a Dark Arm the same turn, so it's not that bad. It's not hard to bring out Dark Arm, and especially nowadays with this format, it's easy peasy. And last but not least, 1 Black Luster, because he's a fucking Bamf and he needs to be seen in this deck. For all you guys that do not know what Black Luster Soldier does, he is the reason Chaos Ursher is lucky to be around. He's worse. He's an 8-star warrior with 2 effects. He's a 3000 attack and a 2500 defense. He's been banned for a couple of years. I want to say about 4 or 5. You remove a light and a dark from your graveyard to special summon him. Once per turn, you have either effect. You can banish or remove, for you old school people, a monster on the field. Doesn't matter. You can have a set Dandelion, set Raikou, set Spore, set Plague, set your mama, and he'll remove it. Doesn't matter what the hell it is. It gets removed. Or, if he destroys a monster by battle, he can attack again. 3000. He gets over your JD. He gets over anything. Another reason why they made Utopia, just in case you remove Effect Veiler. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna attack. Utopia's there. So, I mean, I would remove the fucking Utopia if that was me. I wouldn't be a dumbass to try to attack over it and make him waste the stuff that he had on it. But Black Luster Soldier, a beast. And for y'all kids out there who don't have any of these, they will not make them common. They made them gold for you. They gave you a month to try to pick these up, and now this is an IOC one, so this is like $65-$70 online. These things are fucking ridiculous. people digging up old school binders, kids trying to buy collections from their friends who have all this old stuff that's just sitting and gathering dust. Pick these up cheap, sell them expensive, do whatever you want. I only have one, so I mean, if not, I'd be putting them in a binder video and telling y'all to get rid of them. The deck runs 4 spells: Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, and I just teched this Magical Stone Excavation so I can get back to Heavy Storm if they Judgment it or anything like that. So only 4 spells, 0 traps. It was usually the 3. Added one more just to, you know, add some mix into it to make it 42. Just because I was trying a few things out. This is the deck I'm going to run at Humble. I will not have the Galluses. I will add Doom Caliber Knights because they're just as good and they stop the Gorge play, the Battle Fader, and things like that. So I just kind of want to see where things are going from there. The extra deck, I'm still working on it. I still need to pick up a few things for the regionals. That's probably going out with the Dark End. The Iron Chain's going out. And I'm not too sure. I might want to go Librarian instead of the Android. Still not too sure. I just liked it so I can gain life points back because I do run a Thought Ruler. But more or less, like, the Stardust is going to be in there, the Colossal, the Scrap Dragon, the Thought Ruler, like I mentioned before, double Armwing, 1 Armor Master, and I have 2 Chimera Tech Fortresses. I might go down to 1 and side in another if I'm worried about machines. If I don't see a lot of machines this format, I do have the Black Rose. It's Black Rose, Catastor, Brionic, and Trishula. And if I get my hands on an Orient Dragon anytime soon, which might be possible, it might be replacing the Iron Chain. So that's the build I'm gonna have for the Humble regionals. I mean Humble Lubbock regionals. I do not have a side yet. I'm not that far. I just decided to put it back together about an hour ago. Been working on it and sleeving it up, drawing hands and stuff. It's been working on Dual Network. I haven't had a chance to redo this version on it. It's still the old one before the list. So hopefully other things work out. And I really, really, really hope that this does really good and I can get my invite with this crazy deck and possibly have fun at Nats. I want to get my invite early so I can dick around because I have other plans for the next couple of months, and I would rather be able to. I'd rather want to save my money for Nats instead of having to go to out of town regionals that everybody has their damn invites and just playing to play. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you have any variations, just let me know what's going on. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I guess I can do some shoutouts right now. Shoutouts to Zabeth, Subway 01100, who is kind of MIA right now. Did not show up to San Antonio regionals. I was very sad. He's got school, not doing anything. Shoutouts to MC NetDeck, who just got his invite the other day. Zabeth also recently just got his invite, so y'all guys go sub to them. State of Stacking 101. My boy Rudy, he won the Winamat on Saturday and got second in the other Winamat. Then there's TX Glover 210. My boy Randall, watch his stuff. Great Dragon player. Dragon Duelist Girl, Mandela Palm. Make sure to check her out. See, what is it? What else do I got? I know there's some people that I'm missing. Don't get mad. Oh yeah. Try to check out Demon Girl Yami. I'm not too sure if it's Amaya or Yami, so please don't get mad. I haven't seen your channel in a while. She hasn't posted up anything. Her laptop was broken, but I just did recently see her in San Antonio for the weekend. And I think shoutouts. Okay, I'm gonna do a little piece here. Shout out to Colleen. Just like the city in Texas. Colleen. I want to say, Colleen Martinez. She's a new Yugi tuber, guys. Do some it's a little shout out. Send her some love. Sub to her too because she's new. She's a new Yugi tuber. She just hit 100 subscribers. Hell, I don't even have 100 subscribers. So, maybe she should do a shout out for me. So I don't know, but yeah, check out check out everybody. I know Ryan Spicer has a YouTube, so shout outs to him. Yeah, so guys, let me know what's going on. PM me for any advice of how the deck runs. I do have some dual videos, and with this deck, I'm gonna try to get some stuff recorded and put back onto put on YouTube. So hopefully, I can get a new camera and not have to use my phone on Friday. And yeah, I'll let y'all know what's going on. So see y'all guys later, and I'm out.